Hello everyone, welcome back to the Skizzlecraft SMP server. My name is RedWolf416 and I am so happy to be here and to have you here with me. I am going to be gathering resources this evening to hopefully be able to finish this build in the next stream. Now, I don't have a whole lot more resources I need to get. I need to get a lot more copper, and I need to get some more coal or charcoal. So I think I'm going to head into the resource world and do some digging. And I think I need another axe before I go out there. So let's just take care of that really quick. Alright, yes, I know how to craft an axe. Alright, now let's make sure we've got some empty shulkers. Awesome, I've got both my silk pick and my fortune pick. I think what I'll do is I will put the fortune pick in here. Now let's go drop it off in my ender chest on the way over to the resource world. If I could remember my key commands, I'd be able to get stuff into their proper slots a little bit more efficiently. All right. Now let's head to that ender chest. We'll drop off that fortune pick because I don't need it out there. And if I die, I only want to lose one pickaxe, not both, because those are like the only two that I have. But we're going to go out to the resource world. I need lots more copper because the copper grate is expensive. And I need coal so that I can smelt it. I have 0 diamonds to my name. Because while I do have a base claim, I have not had a chance to do any mining in it. I did try and do some caving to light some stuff up. And my world got rocked by a couple of angry skeletons that I was trying to get them to fight each other. It didn't happen. They stayed focused on me, and I could not keep my shield up for 2 skeletons. 1, maybe, not 2. Let's go down here. We are going to be looking at around levels 48, 47. And we've gone a little too far. This should be good right here. If you're wondering, the music that we are listening to is Stream Beats by Harris Heller. It's a DMCA free music that he has provided to streamers and free of charge, which is excellent. But the music, the album that we are listening to is... I can't remember it. I will look that up really quick. Music, the album that we are listening to is called Prime. Again, that's by Harris Heller. Some DMCA free music. We don't want to get any copyright strikes against us while we're doing this. We just are here to have fun. The other things I'm going to be looking for while I am doing this mining session are, of course, lapis and redstone. We have pretty much infinite iron on the server because we have a really good community iron farm. The only problem with it is that even though we sort of have infinite iron, people want iron so much that it kind of runs out. So maybe need to do some AFK work in there at some point and build that supply back up. So, but because we have all of that iron available, I am not going to be grabbing much iron like this. Instead, I want to get back up there. Can. No. But I want to get back up to that tunnel and get that last piece of copper. I can do this without breaking that torch. That's a little better. Where'd that last piece of copper go? Figures. We'll just pillar up. Let's see how everyone's doing. We have people from all over the world in this server, so while it might be nighttime for me, it could be daytime for someone else. I don't have my world clock up, so I don't know what time it is in other parts. But here tonight, it is currently 10 p.m. in the Eastern Daylight Time of the United States. And just resources. All right, let's see. Somebody did a big dig right in here. They did not get any lapis though. I will do that. So the reason I want so much lapis is not just because I have somebody in the chat. Sniper RP1. Sniper RP1, thank you for watching. The way you join this server is you go to Skizzleman's Patreon account and you become a patron. It costs approximately $10 a month after taxes. It usually is actually like $13 a month. Once you are a supporting patron of Skizzleman, who is a YouTube Minecraft content creator and Twitch streamer, then you can get access to the Skizzlecraft SMP server, which is where we are playing. And I seem to have lost which end of the room I came in on. But yeah, that's how you do it. Usually, once you start paying the monthly fee, you will get a link to join the Discord, and from there you can also get links to join the server and get whitelisted. So please join. It's an awesome server full of wonderful, friendly people. I've only been on here for about a week and a half myself, but I've been met with nothing but love from everybody here. So it is fantastic. Proud to call myself a hupster here on the Skizzlecraft SMP server. There are rules as part of this server as far as like how you stake a claim on a plot of land for building your main base and stuff like that. But it's just a wonderful server with a lot of friendly people. And we just like to follow the rule of be good to each other. Sorry if I'm a little slow to respond to the chat occasionally. I actually have to look at a different screen when I am looking for the chat. Well, that water is not what I want to encounter. That's probably why that big room was there. Because somebody encountered the water and decided to turn the corner. So we are going to do the same. Gonna go down this way. I do wonder with this dirt if they encountered more water. There's some more copper. Don't mind if I do. Now, for some more information about this server, they did do a server reset a little over 4 months ago. And oh, I hope somebody wasn't saving this. I don't see a sign. Hold on. I better make sure I'm not messing with somebody else's claim here. I'm gonna make sure there wasn't a sign in this tunnel. I'm gonna feel really bad if there is. Okay, I don't see a sign. I think it's okay for me to take this copper up here. Ooh, more copper. Looks like Rainy Nights is having a little bit of trouble with the temperatures outside. Hope they are able to find a way to get comfortable. Alright, we are in the resource world. Unless there's a sign on stuff, I think it's okay to take resources. If somebody comes back and says, hey, I watched your stream and you took my copper, I will happily give it back to them. I do have a fortune pick that I'm planning on using for this. Oh, I'm at 57. I'm about 10 levels too high. I need to be at 47. No wonder. Yeah, if somebody comes back and says, hey, you took my copper, then I will give it to them. Because I don't want to be that guy. Especially since I'm so new to the server. Alright, well, let's hope that Rainy Nights gets a little bit of relief. How did I miss that? How did I not go down far enough? This must have been when I came back up. Use a swamp cooler. Uses water evaporation, if I can spell it, and airflow to cool the air. Makes it more humid though. Let's see here. Okay. I gotta ask some folks something. Resource world question. I'm finding pockets of copper ore that are mined around, but still intact. No signs reserving them. Free for the taking? So this is suspicious to me because normally copper isn't just exposed and mined all around like this. This means that somebody put effort into digging around it, but not actually digging it. All right. I'm getting the go-ahead. I'm going to go ahead and mine this. Well, like I said, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. When you're new on a server, it is actually very easy to get lost. It's very easy to make mistakes. And luckily, everybody is very forgiving. But I just want to make sure. Like I said, no signs. It's probably okay. And everybody else seems to agree. Thanks. All right. What are we up to? Oh, we got exactly a stack of copper. We may have to get rid. No, not get rid of. Let's pack a couple things up first. Do that on this row. Do this here. We'll do redstone on the middle row also. And we'll just get rid of our garbage somewhere else. I don't really need the andesite, or not andesite. I don't really need the diorite. I don't need the granite. Moss. But I would like... I've already done this tunnel. I did this tunnel earlier. I'll go the other way. Anyway, I don't need the diorite. I don't need the granite. I've got some dirt as some building blocks, but yeah. We will probably throw those in a hole and let them despawn, or maybe there's like a public donation area that I can put those in somewhere. I just don't need those for my current build. I don't need them for my big base build. The big base build, I am going to be using a whole heck of a lot of sandstone. All right, here we go. I have not gone to the west. Or looked up, apparently. Big pockets here. Oh, that's why I haven't gone to the west. What's that? Okay, let's just dig off to the side here. We'll just keep going this way. Of course, who knows? We might pop out the side of a mountain or something. Suppose I should be putting some torches down occasionally. We don't want some zombies following behind us. Or even worse, creepers. They would wreck my day. Yeah, that's good spacing. I'm not really counting. I'm just kind of looking at the light levels and going for it. What do we got here? Looks like we might be hitting some cave with some copper. Yummy, yummy. I will take it. Suppose I should put that torch somewhere where I'm not going to mine. Let's keep going this way. I will, of course, after this mining session, have to go visit the Ender and mend up my pickaxe. Luckily, it's pretty durable. It has unbreaking on it. But the lovely people here on the Skizzlecraft server who were here before me, they gave me a very warm welcome. Kind of put things on easy mode for me at first by giving me gifts, showering me with gifts of shulker boxes full of rockets and elytra and diamond armor and gear and tools that's already enchanted. So, oops, that is not the blocks I wanted. these are not the blocks I'm looking for. There we go. That's fun. Oh, hello. There's copper down there, but I honestly don't want to mess with going down there. I'll make sure nothing is above me, getting ready to drop on me. In fact, this is a good place. Put another torch. Of course, it'll get destroyed the next time somebody comes through here and disturbs the gravel, but that's another person's problem. Surprisingly little copper being found right here. This is supposed to be the level for copper. 47 and 48. I am at 48 and 49, really. But I should still be seeing some. Did not want that iron. I do not need you taking up a slot in my inventory. In fact, I am going to set up one of these shulkers as my miscellaneous box. Yep, that's good. We'll get the other shulker down. Stuff in there that we got. There we go. Yeah, that's fine enough. So the best biome to get copper in is a dripstone cave. I gotta tell you, I am really horrible at PvE, player versus entity fights. I've been blown up too many times by creepers. I just don't enjoy caving if I can help it. Maybe if I had somebody with me, it's a bit more enjoyable, but, you know, it is what it is. So, instead, I dig. I dig, dig, dig. Just gonna do some poke holes here. I'm not seeing any, you know, I'm gonna probably head back and get some, I don't know, go a lower layer. Go down a few layers to a lower layer. This was a bit of a bust going this direction. I was seeing more down below me anytime we had those caves. I'll go down a little bit. Yeah, you can see that a lot of the copper is down lower than me. I think I was just a little bit too high. Online it says 47, 48. I'm sure you can find some like this. But I want to see if I can find more than that. Just saying hello with a little friendly wave. No, nothing along in there. There's some dark areas over there. There we go. There's some yummy ores. I don't want to go there. In fact, I think I just saw something drop down, so I'm out of here. Yeah, we're gonna go down a little bit. Maybe Let's try this level. Let's see what's down here. Maybe? Somebody been busy. Let's see if they left any copper behind. Oh, they went up a level. Interesting. And I'm seeing a dead end here. Ah, that's why. But that just looks like a chasm. Use a torch? No. Let's... Oh, there's some copper out there, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that. Looks like Duns 815 might be having some trouble with his connection or something. Keeps coming and going. You know, another thing I could do to get copper, if I really wanted to, which I might at this point since I'm not having a whole lot of luck, is in the industrial district we do have a drown farm. I could go there and collect drown and collect copper, but then I would just be standing there. It'd basically just be a chat session. I want to actually be doing something. Maybe I went too low. Weird optical illusion there when I was looking down that tunnel. Thought I saw something big moving down there. Not much copper here. By not much, I mean like none at all. Whoever dug this tunnel actually wanted the copper that they were finding. If they were finding any. Now, I did check the lowest level down here, and there were, like, absolutely no diamonds. Like, this resource world has been pretty well stripped of its resources. Light that up. There we go. Lighter color water there. Yeah, I can see why they stopped there. Well, I think that's it for finding the resources in the resource world. Maybe. I feel like I'm giving up too early, but I'm just not finding anything. Found a fair amount, but not as much as I wanted. Let's get our garbage bucket in here. I think Duns is having connection issues. Well, not having. Apparently I typed have. I speak good. I talk good. It's late at night here for me. Been a long day, 10-hour workday, followed by more adulting. Maybe we'll go find a different spot to look for copper instead of the main mine here. Yeah, let's take a nappy nap. I don't feel like going out there when it's night. There we go. Almost started heading off in the wrong direction. All right. Let's take this one. We'll take whatever we don't want, like andesite. Granite, gravel would be good for concrete later. Put that in there. There we go. All right. So, which direction should I head? I haven't flown very far north. I still got my rocket box with me. Let's go north. Let's see what is beyond the jungle. I have gone a little ways north. I have gone as far as this island right here for the dark oak. That's about it. So we're looking for copper, we're looking for coal. We might be burning through the rockets pretty fast though when we're doing this. Looks like somebody already got those. I would bet you somebody has already looted this ship as well. Yeah. Yeah. Onward to the north. So what I love about the resource worlds and the main overworld in this server is that all the important stuff is pretty much located at 0, 0. So everything important is located at the 0, 0 on, like, say, the resource world. So the resource world is actually a different Minecraft map, a different seed. And we're using what we're calling a multiverse system. So in the overworld, at the main kind of spawn area, the moderators have set up some portal areas. And in these portal areas, they have certain portals labeled. Like in this case, I went to the resource world, and you just walk into this area and you're magically teleported from the main overworld out to the resource world. Or there is a resource nether and a resource end. The main reason for that is we just don't want the main overworld getting torn to pieces by people mining for stuff. And with so many people on the server, it would not take long before the entire server was stripped completely of its resources. Nobody would have diamonds and stuff. So you are allowed to mine for stuff in your own base claim area on the overworld. But if you want to mine for resources, even if it's just something as simple as grass blocks, you gotta go to the resource world. And then every couple of months, it gets reset. And I'm sure there's like a blitz on that. What have we got here? Huh. Doesn't say. I wish there was a thing that said how many bees were in there. Might have to wait until evening time, which would be about 5 minutes. But I see 3 bees here. I would bet you that they all belong to this hive. So I'd love it if all 3 of them are in there. And then I can silk touch it without them getting angry. So I might wait till the evening time. I'll just kind of wander around here. Look for some more resources down here. And when it gets to be evening time, I'll come up and take that bee's nest. In fact, I'm gonna make it easier for me to spot if I'm flying in from a distance. Hey, look at that, an apple. So I'm gonna go see what's over here. No copper immediately visible. Or coal. I could change. I could smelt some logs into charcoal, but I really don't want to have to go through that trouble because I don't want my build to start looking like a tree farm. Because currently the build that I am working on is my starter hut, and that is in the spawn village. And there are certain rules as to how that is supposed to look. It can't be too big. You can't really do mining underneath your starter build, and it has to have a medieval theme. So, in a good way, in a very good way, I am restricted on what I can do with that. I actually like building with restrictions. I find that if I don't have any restrictions on what I'm building, I just kind of get lost in the number of choices. So it's actually kind of nice to have those rules in place. But that being said, I'm not going to just turn it into a tree farm just so that I can get some charcoal. Maybe we'll take a tally of what we have so far. And let's change that around. There we go. That would be an empty shulker box. Good job. All right. So, I am going to be using a fortune pickaxe on all of this when I get back to my starter hut. So, it'll be nice to see what we get. I'll lay it all out when we do. Excuse me, I am hard. It's time to take a drink. All right. Now that we are hydrated, it's time to continue exploring, but not too far. Suppose what I could do really quick. We'll just take a little picture of that. In case I do get lost, I can come back to that. Oh, and you know what? I don't have a spawn point here. I'm not sure where I would respawn. If it would take me all the way back to the overworld. So we're just going to do that. That way I am tied to that bed if I die. Come on, wings. Speaking of which, alright, they look like they're doing good. I do have some pumpkins already, so I don't need to collect those. I have plenty enough to start my own pumpkin farm at my base claim. Is that another one? It's full. Question is, how many bees are in there? I'm gonna take that. 3 of 3. Awesome. Well, I gotta admit, this was not something I was expecting to be collecting on this resource gathering mission. But I will take it. I think all 3 of them are in there. Three of three. Awesome. All right. Let's put them in this one. do a little bit of organizing here. Get a few more rockets out. Add that there. All right. Maybe. Nope, not that. There we go. All right, onward to the north. Of course, as soon as we get any kind of message that the server is going to restart, we are going to head back to the overworld, main overworld. It is suggested that you do not log out from any of the resource worlds. So as soon as I see those messages, I head back to the main overworld and log out from there once it gets closer to the server reset. Not reset, but restart. So multiple times during the day, the server has to restart. It just kind of clears the memory, makes it so that things run more efficiently, makes life better for everyone. Oh, please don't be a thunderstorm. That's it. Well, at least with a thunderstorm, I can sleep through it and get the rain to go away. Hopefully before anything spawned. This is a nice coal vein. This is gonna set me up for a while here. Having to dig so deep, I need to light it up. That was a nice one. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yes, please and thank you. Yeah, we're already almost at 2 stacks. What biome am I in? I'll have to remember this. I am in the windswept, gravelly hills. Good to know. Now, if only there was a lot of copper in here, too. But that would be a little too much to ask for. I do wonder if I'll find some emeralds, though. That would be nice. So, again, with the nearly limitless iron and our villager trading hall that we have, it pretty much means that there is limitless emeralds, too. Not a resource that really needs to be gathered. So maybe I'll keep it in... maybe I'll keep the emerald ore in ore form with silk touch. And... yeah. Uses decoration block. I really want that llama, but I don't have any way of getting it right now. I don't have any leads on me getting it all the way back to the center. Ooh, let's just around the corner here. Let's get that shield ready. Okay, I'm not usually very good at this. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that that gravel where I was standing was not suspended in the air. That could have been a ugly surprise. What I want to know is where that creeper came from. It was not dark very long. So I've been hearing talk that the copper golem that is going to be coming soon is a little bit glitchy. having a little bit of troubles with some stuff. And I just want to know what y'all think of that. Like, what do you think of the copper golem? I think there's some interesting possibilities for using it for item filtering, but not on the not on the large scale, like not being able to sort every item. I think that's going to cause some lag issues. But I've heard talk of people wanting to use it for sorting a library of enchanted books, which is pretty cool. Oh, yay. Copper. So I am interested to see it come to Java. Speaking of organizing inventory, let's do a couple things here. Eat for one. Get those rockets back. And I'll just go ahead and refill that there. That whole line. That whole line. That whole line. We have not found any redstone, so I'm not too worried about keeping spots open for redstone right now. All right. Let's just check on our wings. Do a little glide over here. I think I accidentally found the main gravel mountain pit. Gravel mountain or gravel pit that we have marked at the spawn. Well, I say spawn, I mean the entry area to this world. But yeah. Let me see something. I'm gonna check on music because that'll tell me how long I've been playing here. I think we just passed an hour on this. Pretty close to it. I'm gonna get some more music going. We're gonna try this one. Not quite an hour. It's been about 45 minutes. Oh, what I was saying earlier, I got distracted. I'm sorry. What I was saying earlier is that with the main portals being at 0, it makes it extremely easy to find your way back. If you get lost, we've got this coordinate heads up display, and it's just all you got to do is start heading towards 0. The bad part would be if I use up my elytra or I run out of rockets and I am, 4,000 blocks away, and suddenly I need to go on foot. That would make for a much longer adventure than I wanted. So that's why I keep checking on my elytra. That's why I've got my rocket box with me. I don't have any ender chests yet. Something that I really want to do. I wish maybe I could talk with the mods, ask them if it would be possible. But if there was an exchange rate system where if we got so many emeralds, it was equal to a certain number of diamonds. In hindsight, that won't work. Second thought, that won't work because emeralds are basically infinite. Diamonds are not. They are finite. So somebody could just do all this trading to get infinite emeralds. Infinite emeralds and then take all the diamonds. That would cheapen the value of the diamonds for sure. Changing biomes here. I see copper there, but I don't know if I want to go for it. I gotta be careful when I'm flying. I already splatted once and nearly lost all my gear that I'd been given because it was in a place where I couldn't get back to it. What? We're gonna need some of this before too long. Back here. What are we up to? 18 steaks? That's better than what I have as far as pork chops. Now, I don't know what the status is on copper or other ores in snowy biomes. And I'm 4,000 blocks away. I've got a little bit of flying ahead of me. I think I am just going to start heading back to 0-0, get back to the overworld. So I am excited for the Copper Golem. There is time for them to work out some issues. The fall release is probably not going to come out for another month or two, and that's just on Bedrock so far. They have not released any previews for Java, so we've still got some time for Java. I think they're kind of using Bedrock as their testing platform for new features by releasing stuff on Java before they release, or releasing stuff on Bedrock before they release it on Java. Another bee's nest. Another cow. Okay, so there's a bee, which means there's a bee's nest nearby. It's almost nighttime. I would like to find it. We're just going to follow this bee to his home. Unless he's lost. You lost? Where's your home? I'm going to have to sleep before you find your home. Where are you going? You have no idea, do you? I have to sleep. Stuff is going to start spawning. Alright. Where'd you go, bee? F3B. Find the bee. Oh, there he is. Where are you going? Don't go in the water. Bees and water don't mix very well. Where are you going? I wouldn't mind getting a third bee's nest. Don't do it. Don't follow the fish. You have no idea where your home is, do you? Don't do it. Life is worth living. Especially if you're going to give me beeswax and honey. I want candles. I want to make my copper not oxidize. You are so lost. You're on your own, bee. There was another one. Just saw it. Nope, that's a fox. Can't get him. Nope, going the wrong way. Ah, there we go. Wrong way. There we go. Let's get above the cloud layer here. There we go. Well, I didn't quite get as much of the copper as I wanted. Didn't get any redstone. But that doesn't mean it was unsuccessful. I think I got enough copper for what I need to do, especially once I fortune pick it. All right, here we go. All right, now let's do the fun bit. Let me put this here in an ender chest, just so I don't accidentally mine it. I really don't want to mine that emerald block. I can get emeralds anywhere. Right. What do we want to do first? Well, I forgot that my fortune pick is over there. A little back and forth. Sorry if you're getting a little bit of whiplash here. So that was my spawn. Get some nom noms while we're at it. There is probably enough XP in the blocks that I gathered to where I can just repair my pick and my elytra. And do I have mending? Yeah, I could repair that as well. Just by fortune picking all this stuff. So let's go from least to most. Let's start with the lapis. Oop, I forgot to put you in my offhand. Of course, it's going to fill my elytra first, probably. Alright. Not bad, 2 stacks. Alright, next up we have copper. This one's going to be a little bit taller of a tower. I am SMRT smart. Forgot to climb up on there. Guess we're doing a 3x3 this time. Ah, that's too complicated. We're not going to do 3x3. We're going to do 2x2. With copper, I actually won't be getting any XP because you don't, since it's a smeltable item, you don't get any XP until you pull it out of the furnace. And make sure that I am on fortune. All right, tally ho. I do need to rename these things. I just have not had enough levels to do that. So I also need to go to the Ender, only to pick up a bunch of levels. Because I went to name my pick, my silk pick one time, and because of the enchantments that it already has on it, it was going to cost 19 levels just to rename it. And I thought, well, that's silly. I didn't have time to do it then. So if I don't get my stuff all mended up by mining the coal, I will go to the Ender and I will get myself a couple dozen levels, maybe, depending on how long it takes. I am going to have to call it a night pretty soon, though. It is getting to be late. It is 11 o'clock p.m. my time. And I still have to get up at 5:30 in the morning. Let's move you guys over here. You guys here. I am probably going to need to break out the other shulker box just for the coal. Let's go ahead and get that set up. And I have kind of a full inventory. Let's take care of some of this really quick. We don't need the stick in there. We can put the iron in here. We can put the other iron in here. What are we doing? Is this stone? Yeah, we can do stone in here. And dirt in here. And let's put some beef and apple in there. Let's do a little cleaning up here. Leather can go in there too. That's a little better. All right. Now for the coal. Seeing if I have time in the day for this. This is going to be a tall stack. Just seeing how my elytra's doing. Oh, apparently I still have hitboxes on. I'm sorry. I am at level 94. About to be 98 probably by the time I finish this stack. I'm not sure if I might like actually hit the build height while trying to do the coal. We shall see. Probably not, but that would be cool. Kind of reminds me of a couple of episodes of Hermitcraft. I think it was season 9, where all the hermits started to get into a competition to see who could get the highest 2x2 column of diamonds. And it turned into an all-out war where they were stealing diamonds from each other, were blocking each other's towers. Eventually, I think even some of them built a TNT cannon or something like that and blew up some of the diamonds. And then along came Scar. Good times with Scar. And he had been having issues where he could not record for a long time. But man, he was still present on the server, and he obliterated everyone by not only... Oh no, I'm thinking of season 10 now. Scar had a period where he couldn't record, and he just mined and mined and mined. I'm gonna have to sleep. Wonder if I can do it up here. He mined and mined and mined, and he had not just a 2x2 tower. He actually made a spire, a mountain of various ore, and it was solid too. Alright, I think I better see if I can sleep. Ah, somebody else did it for me. Awesome. There we go. Where are we at? We are at level 170. Okay, quite a bit further to go to get to build height, but still, we are almost taller than the spawn tree. We will see if this coal is enough to mend my tools, mend my elytra. See if I can get through this in 5 minutes. I don't want my coal down below to start despawning. I think we can do it. And the elytra's almost mended up. probably run out of inventory space before we're finished with all of this coal. At least I hope so. That would be a fun problem to have. Yep. Okay, the elytra is mended. It's now working on my pick. The two picks do have to compete with each other. Since the fortune pick is taking some wear and tear, it does have to steal some of the XP before it gets to the silk pick. But it definitely has priority. The fortune one does. And so it has to mend up first every time it gets used, pretty much. And then the leftover XP goes to the silk pick. Once the silk pick is healed up like it's living. Once it's mended, I will switch over to the chest plate, because it does not need much to mend up. We're almost there. Starting to get below the height of some of the buildings. We are about to have the fun part. Seeing just absolutely how much we got. Now, I stopped paying attention to the silk pick. It apparently mended up. So I wasn't able to get the chest plate. I'll go to the ender for that. But look at that. I almost didn't have enough room, even with organizing. So here we go. Final tally. I put that away. Let's put the rockets away too. Final tally here. We have 9, 10, 11, almost 12 full stacks of copper, of raw copper, 2 full stacks of lapis, and we have 13, nearly 14 stacks of coal. That is excellent. All right. Let's deposit things where they need to go. Let's see here. I think I should take some stuff and make some raw copper blocks just to save some space. Until I get the chance to smelt things, that is. Yes, I know I am doing this probably the most inefficient way possible, but I'm committed. There we go. I have 2 2/3 raw copper blocks. Lapis. I get to go up here. Just do this quick and easy way. Nope, wrong box. And then coal. We need to save space on the coal. Wrong one. We're going to put the coal in with the copper since it still needs to be smelted. Oh, come on. There we go. Having clicker problems. All right. I think that I will set my spawn point. I will deposit my fortune pick back in the ender chest. And I think that at this point, I will have to call it a night. I will go to the ender another time. Everything else is mended up pretty well. Not too worried about it. Fortune. All right. Yes, I could have used the rockets. Go back down here. Let's go right in front of the stables this time. Well, I wanted to thank you all for joining me again on this wonderful stream from the Skizzlecraft SMP server. I really enjoyed this time with you, and I hope you all were able to get a little bit of enjoyment out of this. I will be streaming again very soon, hopefully tomorrow, and it will be a longer stream because my plan is to finally finish this. We're only about, I'd say about 40% done, but a lot of the delay on this has been gathering resources. As far as I can tell, I have all my resources now, and I am ready to get going on finishing this because I am eager to get out to my main base claim and start planning for that. So I really want to get this finished. I want to get it done in the next stream so it's not hanging over my head. And so the rest of the hubsters on the server here don't have to be looking at an incomplete build anytime they come through here. So with that said, I appreciate you all. As Skizzleman says, be good to each other. I will see you next time. Bye.